us for another episode of From the Desk of Precious Swain. Today we'll be interviewing LJ Jackson, but most of you know him as LJ the Joker of Jacksonville, Florida. Musician, storyteller, life coach. Today, me and LJ will be talking about beauty despite the flaw and the impact the society has on women constantly trying to change what they look like. Well, hello, LJ. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. What's good, everybody? I'm LJ the Joker, hip hop artist, songwriter, model and actor, community activist.
As you know, today's topic is beauty despite the flaws. And as you see, I have on no makeup, barely did my hair on purpose so that people can see it's okay to be natural. Give us what you think from a man in the entertainment industry about the natural one.
I think that true beauty is natural, and it comes with being who you naturally are, being your true self, and being true to yourself. I think that right now, especially with me being in entertainment, we live in a society trying to push a certain narrative or trying to attach a specific look to beauty. Actually, they actually try to apply some limitations to beauty. Like beauty shouldn't be able to fit into such a small range of scope. It's larger than life. Like God made so many things and people beautiful. Like it shouldn't be able to all fit into such a tiny scope. Flowers are beautiful. Like a rose isn't the only flower that's beautiful, and all flowers don't
Right.
have to be roses to be beautiful. And I feel like right now they're attacking women, trying to make you feel like your body needs to look a certain way, your lips need to look a certain way, your hair needs to look a certain way, your eyes need to look a certain way. And coincidentally, it just happens to be all these things they can sell you to help you look
Yeah.
this way, which lets you know that there's a motive behind it. They're not being genuine when they try to discredit or devalue your natural beauty. They're only saying this so that they can sell you something, and that's crazy.
What do you think has happened that has made women open to accept that they need to change who they were created or that they're not pretty? What has happened?
I blame the men in our community for not standing up and speaking out against it, for not telling that woman they're beautiful, for allowing people outside our society to control the narrative and shape the beauty narrative within our community. Like the definition of beauty that's being pushed right now, it's not even like none of us ain't come up with this. We ain't have a problem with how black women look. Another culture, another group of people who own all the products that they could sell us, they came up with this definition of how beautiful black women should look that's being pushed so heavily right now. A lot of black guys just bought into it blindly instead of questioning it and fighting against it. Like, nah, our women pretty, our women beautiful. You naturally beautiful. And because black men just co-signed it and made it all about, oh yeah, she gotta have a booty, she gotta be thick, she gotta be this, she gotta be that. Like, don't none of that. Like, excuse my French, but don't none of that add value to your life. Like, all that is superficial stuff. Like, that ain't gonna make her a great mother. That's not gonna make her a great teacher, a great leader of your kids. Like, when you trying to build a community and it starts with the family, really, that's the easiest way to tear the family down when you make it all about the physical. Oh, she need to have this booty, like all that sexual stuff. And it hurts because the women who undergo all this stuff, because they want to have families, they want to have men, and they see that men, these type of things are getting the attention of black men right now. Unfortunately for them, it's all sexual stuff. It don't make a man want to build a family with you. It don't make a man want to try to create wealth or establish something that y'all can pass and leave to the next generation. It just make a man want to have sex with you. And we can never build strong communities like that.
You are one of the few men that support women's empowerment and don't see it as a threat to the alpha male.
Women naturally are nurturing. Because they're naturally nurturing, a lot of people feel like they should just be mothers and grandmothers and not understanding what they could actually add, the value they could actually add to the community. God gave women intuition. So when you partner a woman with a man, especially one that's ambitious and fearless, sometimes when you're ambitious and fearless, like myself, you believe in your natural ability so much that you think that it would be crazy for a situation or a circumstance to be bad or possibly be against you. But you need your woman with that intuition and that insight. This is kind of tell you like, hold on, baby, think about this, fall back, move.
Yeah.
People got a warped perspective of relationships. Like a lot of guys looking for a servant, they looking for a partner. Because if you're going into a business with a partner, you won't want no weak partner. You want the strongest partner you can get. The business has the strongest chance of being successful. So a lot of guys aren't entering not even just guys, like even women too, like going into relationships with weak partners. Like you can't have a strong union with a weak partner. I don't feel like a strong woman is ever going to be a threat because I know I'm a strong man. I know who I am and what I stand for, what I believe in. A strong woman is only going to complement and enhance the things that I'm already trying to do, as well as I'm only going to complement and enhance whatever it is she's trying to do too. And if I'm strong and she's strong, we strong together, we could grow and we could build. And that's one couple. When you got 5, 10, 15, 20 couples like that, now it ain't just a strong family, now it's a strong community. And then once you
Yeah.
got 10, 20, 15 strong communities, now it's a strong people. And it's bigger than just this little superficial stuff that they're trying to push out here. All that stuff is designed to tear us down and separate us, and it's working.
What piece of advice could you give us so that we know how to embrace, accept, nurture, and push the alpha male?
I think the best advice I could give women is be patient. And I'm not saying you got to wait forever because that's naive. Understand that men and women have a different communication style. Women grow up expressing how they feel, talking about their feelings amongst each other, with their friends, with their mothers, their grandmothers, with another woman all the time. Guys don't grow up like that. We grow up holding how we feel inside, except anger. Anger is like one of the only feelings that we confidently and commonly express. So when you want to have a conversation with a guy about something serious, you first have to understand how he communicates. And a lot of women are gonna be like, why should I take the time to understand how he communicates? You should just get it. The reason you take the time to understand how he communicates is so that when you talking to him, you ain't wasting your time. You're not wasting your breath. You're not wasting your energy. Because if he can't understand what it is you're saying, just because you understand it don't mean I understand it. Waste the energy, and it's gonna be confrontational after that point. Because he gonna feel some type of way, or you'll feel some type of way. To make sure the conversation is progressive and it has an actual intention and a goal, you want to make sure the person you're talking to can relate to you and can understand what you're saying. And once y'all get the communication good, you'll be able to progress in advance.
How do you use your music to give this message to the community?
My music gives me the platform to be very vocal about stuff like 17. I came out with a song called Real Woman, up tempo club beat, ahead of its time. And it's only ahead of its time because it seems like I'm bashing certain things that a lot of women embracing right now. When really I'm just telling them like I need a real woman. And I'm breaking down what I feel like a real woman is. I feel like it's a certain kind of way you carry yourself, it's a certain kind of way you handle your business, it's a certain kind of way you raise your kids. Like I feel like it's certain things that make you real and genuine. Real is being genuine. If you genuinely not a chick who twerks, but you just twerking because you see other chicks twerking, like it's nothing real about that. It's real if that's who you really are and that's what you really into, that's what you really like to do. If you just doing it because everybody else doing it, it's nothing genuine about that, and I'm not gonna respect it. And it's hard to build something real with somebody that's disingenuine. Like you gotta be your authentic self.
Since we're touching on the music a little, I noticed a few little changes. You want to tell us about the few little changes?
I got a band because I felt like I was being limited with just doing like club shows with just a DJ. Like I'm limited in what I can do and the experience I can provide the person attending the show or seeing the show. I just wanted to be able to really entertain people. Like I already know I can rap, and if they heard the music, they know I can rap. But the thing with this game is being an entertainer. You can't beat these people without really learning how to entertain the crowds and how to like raise the bar and just push myself. So last night was my first performance with the band, a dope show. Like everybody loved it, but real dope experience. But I'm already trying to figure out how to top that.
We're going to take a look at a snippet of last night.
I go by the name of LJ the Joker. LJ the Joker. Right now you rocking with the phenomenal,
LJ
amazing,
with the Suicide Squad,
wonderfully wonderful, incredibly talented. You better believe it. And all that other shit you hear them niggas say. And I hear you haters talking about me. Keep talking, nigga, keep talking. Keep old talking. Everybody like he's so hood, he's so thug, he's so good at what he does. Yo. When he do what he do, how he do it, it's realer than rapping, it's deeper than music. Deeper than feel the flow and lose it. I like to move it, okay. Just chill and vibe to it. Okay, now watch me do it. D-U-V-A-L.
Do you have a launch date for the life coaching platform yet?
Not yet. I got a lot on the table right now. I got the life coaching platform that we're trying to figure out how to do. I got they want me to do an artist seminar, just teaching artists how to be a little more business oriented and a little more professional with their approach to the.
Thank you so much for coming on today and
No
taking
problem.
the time away from your jumping. Enjoy and thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We talked about what really makes women beautiful to men, not to us, not to society, not to the people who sell the clothes or sell the hair or sell the body wraps or do the plastic surgery, but to our men, the men that we walk by every day on the street, the men that we pass in the grocery store or the laundromat, the men that will more than likely be our husbands in the future. Now that we've heard what men say, let's take a look at scripture. I'm coming to you today from the Sefer, but you can definitely follow along in any King James version. We're going to be coming from Proverbs 31. We're going to start at verse 10 and we're going to go to verse 28. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her man safely trust in her, that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. That he can trust her with his heart and that she will do him good. You can't be trusted with somebody's heart if every time something goes wrong, you on the phone calling and telling everybody that'll listen. Work through it together. Come out of it stronger. But don't let your man be the topic of the gossip that you have with your homegirls and your family. Because how can he trust you if every time he goes around somebody, they know things that were supposed to be a secret? Yes, a man should provide and protect. He should do that. House, transportation, food, utilities, necessities. Yeah, he should provide all of that. And if he can afford to, the extras are fine. But sometimes he can only afford the Walmart purse. He can't afford the Louis. That doesn't make him a bad man. Or sometimes maybe he can afford the Louis. But instead of buying the Louis, he thought about when you're going to retire and put it in the savings or buy some stock or some crypto. That doesn't make him soft or a bad man. She seeks wool and flax and works willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ship. She brings food from afar. She rises while it is yet night and gives food to her household and a portion to her handmaids. She considers a field and buys it. With the fruit of her hands, she plants a vineyard. So when he comes home and he hands you his paycheck and you've paid the bills and you've paid the rent and you've made sure the car was straight, the extra really wasn't meant for you to go buy $300 worth of hair, $80 worth of nails. That's money that you could have invested into a business and made it grow so the money would multiply. She girds her loins with strengths and strengthens her arms. To be a good wife and to be beautiful, we don't have to be weak women, but we have to be structured, organized, and sensible women. She perceives that her merchandise is good and her candle does not go out by night. So it doesn't say we're sitting at home on the couch watching the soap operas wiggling our toes or watching reality TV wiggling our toes. We're not sitting at home waiting on him, but we do respect what he does bring in. Because yes, we're business women, we're entrepreneurs, we're career women, we're lawyers, doctors, call center reps, CNAs, RNs. We work. It's okay for us to work, but it should all come together and bring balance to the household, bring balance to the family. Because guess what? If he's providing for the household and the bills are taken care of and the food is taken care of and the rent is taken care of, then our extra should be building our legacy. Our extra should be how the kids go to college, how the business gets started, how the kids get cars. I'm not saying we're not going to do nothing extra. We may buy a purse here or there, and we may go on a vacation, and we may do a shopping spree every now and then. I'm not saying that's wrong, but we need to be adding to the foundation. She lays her hands to the spindle, and her hand holds the staff. She stretches out her hand to the poor. Yeah, she reaches forth her hands to the needy. So if we're not working and we're not in school, we shouldn't have time to be sitting around blowing smoke, gossiping, Facebooking, Instagramming, twerking on TikTok all freaking day. Because if he's in a position where he can handle everything in the house, then that means we can give a little back in the community. We can go to the homeless shelter. We can go to the domestic violence shelter. We can go to the schools. We can give back to those in need. Because an idle mind is the workshop of the enemy. When we're sitting around in everybody's business but ours, it's because we ain't got no business. And where is our worth? What is our purpose if we have nothing else to do than sit on social media all day? Now I can see if you have a business and you're using it to promote, or you're using it to promote his business, or you're a coach or you're a consultant and you're teaching people. But if all you got to do is talk about what Pete did and what Harry did and what Sam did and what they should have did and what they could have did, then you're using that time unwisely. She is not afraid of the snow, for her household are clothed with scarlet. You're not scared of hard times. You're not scared of cold weather because you have made sure with the provision that he has provided that the house is straight. It's food in the pantry, it's blankets on the bed. If the power goes out, it's candles in the house. Are you ready? Come on, ladies. Are we ready? Because he ain't. He's been out working, trying to bring the stuff in. Have we been laying up for the winter? Go back and read it over and over again through the scripture. Understand why that's our role. But one, we have really good focus. Not saying he doesn't, but hey, some strengths are ours and some strengths are theirs. But when the seed is being brought in, is it being planted in good soil? Is it being just thrown on the table? What are we doing? Because the big butt, the smile, the added hair, all of that fades when you hungry and when you cover. So I just wanted to throw some scripture in there, show you that not only is this the thought of our brothers, but it's also laid out in the book. Thank you for tuning in for another episode from the desk of Precious Swain.